Aloha, my loves, and welcome back. Today we're at the Kualoa Ranch, which is a private nature reserve. They offer all types of packages, adventures, tours for you. They have an hour and a half and more. They have a half a day, they have a full day. They have free buffet, which is included in their packages. You have to check that out. They have an ocean void tour. They have a secret island beach activity, zip line tour of Jurassic Valley, and of course, talking about Jurassic Valley, they have a Jurassic Adventure tour, and that's the tour that we're going to go on today. So, with that being said, sit back, relax. Some of the video you will hear the young lady speak over the microphone. In certain places, you're just going to see little placards, and those little placards are to let you know what movie was shot on that spot. Enough said, sit back and enjoy.
Such as the one in front of us, and some of our historical sites coming up in just a moment as well. Now, this in front of us is brought to you by the movie Jurassic World, starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. If you guys can recall, this is where Zach and Gray, the nephews of Claire, run into the Indominus Rex in that gyrosphere. They end up finding this Jurassic Park Jeep that they get started or jump start, and they run through these gates in front of us to get to safety, with the pterodactyls flying over their heads. Now, this entire scene with the gate itself is only about 10,000, or excuse me, it's only about 10, excuse me, seconds. I was trying to think of the word. It's about 10 seconds in the movie, and you'll notice as we're driving around today, for a lot of these Hollywood props and sets, Hollywood loves to make these extravagant sets sometimes, and it's a very short amount of time that they spend in the actual film. So again, that scene is only about 10 seconds long, and of course, basically it's just for the boys to drive through with the Jurassic Park Jeep. Now, as we're making out our left-hand side, also, if you guys are on the left-hand side of the vehicle, look straight up as we're passing by the bunker. Feel free to take some photos, but you can actually see the very top of the bunker as well. Okay. Now, also, as we pass by the entrance and see the exit on your right-hand side, there's going to be a big pig head statue with a whole bunch of Hawaiian words. This is a landmarker in English. It's just telling us when we're entering and exiting a specific Ahupua or land division. So the words on the sign says Ahupua o Ka'a'awa, which means we're leaving Kualoa right now, and once we pass the pig, we've entered into this next portion of the ranch, or this next land division on the island called Ka'a'awa, which in English translates into wrasse fish. Now, back in ancient Hawaii during October, which is what we call Makali'i, it's like our new year, basically. And it was dedicated to the god Lono, the god of agriculture, peace, and fertility in our culture. And it was required by law that every land division provide their best fish as well as their best meat, which was usually a pig, and also their best vegetation. So that's the reason a pig's head is usually the landmarker for this. Go ahead. Thank you. Now, as we're making our way coming up, follow. Now, as we're kind of coming up here in just a moment, Papitai, Mahalanui, Lohayaoi. Now, as we're coming through here in just a moment here into our Ka'a'awa Valley, thank you, Nick. Here on your right-hand side, in the distance, you guys are going to see some of our northern agricultural area. Now, this year, as we kind of look in the distance, we have a whole bunch of stuff that we raise, produce, harvest, grow, and farm here on the property. Kualoa Ranch actually prides itself on being sustainable. So, in the distance, you can actually see some of our local vai, or freshwater ponds. It's holds a lot of our Malaysian prawns, as well as, and also a lot of our red shrimp, our opai ula. Mango, papaya,
as you can see, they do have ATVs here. They have horseback riding. They have an hour and a half tour, 2.5 hours. They have a half a day, and they also have a full day. So if you're coming here, this is definitely something you might want to check out. Maybe spend half a day, full day, and go on an adventure.
From specifically Georgia the Jungle, and also you guys have seen the TV show Lost. Now in the distance also, I know it's kind of hard to see them when they're directly underneath the mountain or at the base of the mountain here, but I'm going to show you guys in a minute kind of a different angle of them. Just the storm subsided, they waited a few weeks to kind of get in contact with the owners here at Kualoa, and then of course they asked to film this one scene. Now this one scene is really what put Kualoa Ranch on the map for Hollywood Magic. So after the release of Jurassic Park, Hollywood kept coming back, and you guys are going to see that coming up in a bit as well. So here on your right hand side, where you guys see the red dirt in the hillside, this is where Dr. Grant and the Hammond grandchildren happen to be walking up the hill, and in the distance they see the Gallimimus stampede flocking toward them. So they run down the hillside past that tree, and in the movie it looks like it's very put together, but they actually cut and paste. They cut off the hill here on your right. As they come down here on your left, Dr. Grant and the Hammond grandchildren, they hide under this tree log. The Gallimimus stampede flock over them. And then if you guys can see that white sign that says caution, please watch your step, basically behind it in that big tree is where a T-Rex comes out and attacks one of the Gallimimus. Now if you guys have never seen this movie, take pictures as we're here, go back and watch it. Again, this scene gave Kualoa a whole bunch of clout because they're using only CGI, computer generated imagery. Everything else looks exactly as it did in the movie. If you go back, you'll see our mountain ranges and also that tree on your right hand side and this tree log, and a lot of, again, CGI for the dinosaurs. Here in this area on your right. Now, if you go back and you watch it, Claire and Franklin, a new character they introduced to the movie, they end up getting thrown into the control room here on your right hand side, and they're in there with a baryonyx dinosaur. Now, the dinosaur chases them out the top of the control room where you guys see that power tower on the far right. It ends up chasing them out the hatch. They slam the hatch on the dinosaur, and they make their way down the hillside. From that area on your right, they start running down the hill where they run into Owen, and they happen to all meet up, and they're starting to run down the hill with all the trampling dinosaurs, and they hide behind this giant tree log there on your right hand side where it says Jurassic Valley, and they're actually hiding alongside of this giant gyrosphere broken down from the first movie. Claire and Franklin get into it, and Owen is about to join them until they get antagonized by this giant Carnotaurus that ends up being attacked by the T-Rex. Gets super dramatic in this part of the movie. But Claire and Franklin eventually roll off here on your right hand side, past here on your left, off the cliff into the ocean inside of the gyrosphere, where of course Owen is forced to chase after them, jump off the cliff, and save their lives. of a lizard's tail that resides in the ocean. And so here on your left-hand side, again, the native name for it is known as Mukpoli or Mukpo, little piece. Now, the thing is, it's also known by its nickname. Its nickname was given in the late 1800s, early 1900s by our plantation era, and it's known as Chinaman's hat. Now, it's not a derogatory term. The term actually comes from a children's story that was released during that time as well. Some fun things for you real quick. You guys are going to see there's a lot of raptors on our right and left hand side. Feel free to, of course, take pictures with them. Please don't climb on them, okay? We do want to respect the props, but they're also pretty fragile, so we don't want to break them. But as
Okay. Okay. Well, my loves, this is the end of our tour. Definitely check out the website. And if you find yourself on Honolulu, I would definitely take one of these tours. If you're new, hit that subscribe button because I would love to have you here. I want you to go on this venture as I travel around Honolulu and hopefully jump other islands. If you're returning, thank you for coming back and spending time with me. Remember, it costs nothing to be kind. Hit that like button on your way out. Feel free to share. Have a blessed day, and we will see you in our next video. Aloha.